like this. Okay, but first of all Python. Okay, then str equal to, and I copy this and I paste it like this. Okay, and also you can say str2 with double quotes like this. You can also say str3 equal to, you can say 3 times. This is a string also built with and you can continue in the next one, in the next line, like with multiple lines. Okay, like this. The same way you can say, you can use double quotes multiple lines, 1 to 3. Okay, I'm sorry, you can say str4 equal to and this is a string backslash m and built with and multiple lines. Okay, like this. And you can say print str4 and you will see in different lines. Strings, like any sequence, have a length. You can get this by calling the length function like this: length str4 or str3 or str2 or str1, the first one. Okay. Now let's talk about indexing and slicing a string. When manipulated sequences, it's very common to have to access them at one precise position, indexing, to get a subsequence out of them, slicing. When dealing with immutable sequences, both operations are read-only, while indexing comes in one form, a zero-based access to any position within the sequence. Slicing comes in different forms. When you get a slice of sequence, you can specify the start and the stop positions, and also the step. They are separated by columns, like this. Okay. Let's take some examples. Let's see some examples. For example, I want to say s equal to, the trouble is you think you have time. Okay, something like this. You can say, hey, I need indexing a position 0 with like this, or also you can say indexing the position 5, which is the 6th child. And also you can say something like this: column and 4, which is on slicing. You specify only the stop position, in this case the index 4. And also you can say 4 column like this, and it's also an slicing. We specify only the start position. In the other case, you can say 14 but in this case it's in slicing also. Both start and stop positions are defined. Finally, we can add an extra parameters like this. This is slicing also, start, stop, and the final number is represent a step. In this case, every 3 characters. Okay. And also you can say something like this. It's a quick way of making a full copy of a string. Of course, as I mentioned before, I can remember the first class. This is an easy and a quick way of obtaining a copy of a string, the same value but different object. Now let's check string formatting. One of the features string has is the ability to be used as a template. There are several different ways of formatting a string for the full list of possibilities. Here are some common examples. I will define a variable called read underscore alt, and I'll say hello percentage s. This is a percentage, okay. Okay. Now you can say read alt percentage my name, and you will obtain hello friend, and you will see that this string have been replaced. And also you can define another way like this. Okay, you can define and you can say grid alt dot format. Of course you need 2 parameters like frank and also a last name. Okay, also you can define an index for each parameter like this. For example, here hello 1 and also 0, how are you, something like this. Okay, then you can say grid alt format I will send something like this. Hello friend, Banky, how are you friend? The last way that for formatting string formatting is perhaps keyword equal to hello my name is, and you define a name, and then last name like this. You will format that like this, keyword format, and you say name equal to friend, and this last name, but I define lat name. It was a typo. Okay. Okay, and the same result. Something additional I have to say is this way. The first one is already deprecated, so don't use it. It's just an example for this video. Okay. Okay. One last feature that I wanted to show you is it was added in Python in version 3.6. And it's called formatted string literals. This feature is quite cool. A string are prefixed with F, and contain replacement fields surrounded by curly braces. Replacement fields are expression evaluated at runtime and then formatted using the format protocol. Here an example. I will say name equal to Frank, and also age equal to 25, and now I'll say F, hello, my name is name, okay, and I am age. Of course, this is a nice feature. But now let's talk about the tuples. Okay. The last immutable sequence types we're going to see is the tuple. A tuple is a sequence of arbitrary Python objects. In a tuple, items are separated by commas. They are used everywhere in Python because they are allowed for patterns that are hard to reproduce in other languages. Sometimes tuples are used implicitly. For example, to set up multiple variables on one line or to allow a function to return multiple different objects. Usually, a function returns one object only. In many other languages, and even in the Python console, you can use tuples implicitly to print multiple elements with one single instructions. We will see examples for these cases. For example, I create let's define tuples in here. Okay, I create an empty tuple. For that, you just say like this. If you don't trust me, you can say type T and then say class tuple. For example, and also I can say if you wanna create a tuple with only one item, you need to add an extra comma. This is the case. One element, and I'll say one and comma. Okay. But in other case, if you need, for example, three elements, 1, 2, and 3, a comma is not necessary, and also the curly braces are optional. Another feature with tuples, you can say A, B, and C, and not it's equal to 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and you can print ABC, and it's a tuple. Okay, if you wanna know if an item is included in a tuple, you can say, for example, 3 in 3 elements, and will return true. But notice that the membership operators in can also be used with lists, strings, dictionaries, and in general with collection and sequence objects. And also notice that to create a tuple with one item, we need to put an extra comma after items. The reason is that without the comma, the item is just itself cropped in braces. So kind of a redundant mathematical expression. On the other hand, one thing that a tuple assignment allows us to do is one-line swaps. We don't need to for a third temporary variable. Let's see first a more traditional ways of doing it. For example, you have two values, okay, a and b, 1 and 2, and you need to replace the values of each one like this. For example, you need to create an extra value variable called c, save a value, then you say a equal to b, and then b equal to c. In order to print it a and b, you will obtain 2 and 1 and 1. But with tuples, you can say something like this: 1 a and b it's equal to 1 and 2, okay, and then you can say a and b is equal to b and a, okay, and you print a and b, it will, and its value have been replaced